Hi, I'm Alex Carter. My friends from Sunday school and their mother went to an open public market last weekend to sell the Science and Health. I interviewed them to try and find out what it was like selling the Science and Health to strangers. Here's the interview. When you were selling the books, what was your greatest challenge?
Getting the people to listen.
How did you overcome this? What did you do to have them listen?
You could relate it to each of our lives as well as try and relate it to their lives. And
like, what did you say to people?
talked about how I play rugby and sometimes I need to use the book in my life, and how I've had to use it in my life.
Okay, so pretend I was someone that's like walking by the booth, right?
Yeah.
What do you do? What'd you do?
He's the interviewer.
I know. Well, I'm helping.
Hi. Have you heard about this book before? It's the Science and
no.
Health. What it does is
What is that book about?
It is the companion to the Bible, but I'm not trying to sell a religion here. What I'm just saying is it's a different perspective on healing. And if the book were open, I would have handed it to them and told them to take a look through it. And it's a different perspective on healing. Instead of thinking about the material belief on healing, it's a metaphysical and not spiritual thinking on injury rather than just staring at it and really feeling whatever pain you think you have. People would kind of dig it from there.
They did? They liked that?
Sometimes, yeah. Otherwise, they'd be creeped out.
That's funny. How about you, Omi?
I would say, have you ever seen this book before? No or yes. Have you read the Bible? No or yes. I would also ask, do you like reading? No or yes.
That was a good question.
And I would, if somebody said, yes, I like reading, then I would say this is a perfect book for you, because all readers all around the world should be reading this book and are reading this book. And I would talk about the book and say, like, on page yada yada, there's yada yada on it, and like the thingamajigger, and like.
Thank you, Omi. Great.
Okay, so who made the first sale?
Me.
Me,
But Omi made the most sales.
sucker.
Oh.
By saying yada yada.
Yeah, I sold 9 books and he only sold 3. Gave away 1.
I didn't give it away in it.
You gave up at.
I gave away the 4th.
You gave up. He gave up at 1.
Did you feel any discouragement when lots of people said no or
We did.
didn't pay
No,
attention?
because there are so many people passing by and walking by that you could just ask the next person if they're interested. So it didn't really matter about each individual who didn't care.
You just kept going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did there seem to be any one person in particular who was particularly interested?
Oh, no.
You had
The people who bought the
few.
book, I'd say, were the ones who were, few,
Interested.
like,
I mean, there were some people
yeah,
that
there
you...
were some people interested.
I mean, you sold it. People bought it, so
Yeah.
they didn't because you were just all cute. They didn't do it because they felt bad for you.
Yeah. True.
They were interested, right?
I think one lady did feel bad.
Yeah, one person felt bad for me, so they bought it.
Yeah, one person felt bad for me, so I think they bought it. It was
I
two
kept dropping the load,
It was
and then
two
she felt
elderly
bad, so
ladies.
she was just like, take 12 butts and go. So, yeah.
One lady, I think, totally pretended to be happy about it, and I was like, oh, thank you so much.
One lady for me was just like trying to get me away from her, but she's told me to never take no for an answer, so I kept sticking with her, and she was like, sorry, I'm not going to get it, and I'm like, I can't take no for an answer.
How many people do you think you talked with
Hard.
altogether?
At least 40.
How many
More.
people do you think we passed?
That you talked
Talked to.
with?
Yeah, 40 plus.
Interview.
40 to 60, 70.
Yeah, I think it was more than that.
Yeah, I agree.
About how much time would you spend talking to each person?
The ones who were interested, like 5 minutes.
I
10
took
minutes?
about 10 minutes to convince 5 of my buyers.
And then they said no?
No.
Or they
I
said
said
The
my
ones who were
buyers.
interested would just walk away. The ones who are interested would stay for 5 to 10 minutes.
And then some just stayed for a long time and then left.
Yeah.
See, I figure we had 40 conversations between the three of us of people that ended up saying no, but that they actually engaged in conversation with you guys. I mean, good conversation. It wasn't just like with nice weather. And it was conversation about science and health.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys have much of a history in like marketing, or have you done this sort of thing before?
Yes, and yes.
You do. I'm at basketball games in high school.
Oh, actually, yes, yes, and yes.
You've sold rocks to
Yeah,
painted
I
rocks
sold
to neighbors.
painted rocks. I sold candy. I sold chili cheese fries and stuff like that.
Naveed, what have you sold?
Various things as well.
What was remember what the ABCs were that we talked about?
Always be closing.
Always be closing.
Oh, and I also sold permanent, no, not permanent, but temporary tattoos at school.
So I know that one of the things that you said you greeted people with, have you read this book? Do you like to read? Do you like reading?
Have you read the Bible?
Read the Bible?
Mm-hmm.
That usually hooked a lot of people. If somebody was reading the Bible, they got interested.
I liked it when I gave them each a book and told them I'd give them $5 cash to whoever would sell the Science and Health in the next 10 minutes. Because they liked the competition between them, and they took off down different aisles.
Yeah.
And I won.
No me won.
No bragging. It's okay.
And then there was a 3-pack. I put 3 books in a bag, and I told you that was worth $20, and that excited you again because you were kind of out of the game at that point.
Yeah, I was tired. I was out of it.
It was really hot. It was like 100 degrees.
Yeah, he was out of it by book 1.
About how long did you stay out there trying to sell?
About
A whole day, 8 to 4.
hours. In the last 30 minutes, we sold our most books.
Yeah, in the last 30 minutes we sold the most.
Yeah, in the last 30 minutes, I sold about 5, I guess. Or
Wow.
6. And then my brother sold, how many in the last half hour? Like 2, right?
2.
You wouldn't let me join you at the beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah. 'Cause there's no oxygen.
He's like, you're in a wheelchair and oxygen, Mom.
I don't see how we would sell something that's supposed to heal you if you have wheelchair and oxygen.
But then I joined you at noon, and that was okay.
Yeah, it was okay. Then it showed you like your work in progress.
I'm a work in progress.
Yeah.
Not
I did good assists.
necessarily-
I think some of those sales
Oh.
were from my assists.
Most of mine weren't, though. I sold them around, so...
You did. You were
don't know either.
persistent. You were doggedly persistent.
Like a daughter. Here's the book.
And you guys willing to do it again?
Yes.
Si, señora. Si.
Is that all?
Thank you so much.
If you have any more questions,
Did you guys learn anything out of it about science and health?
no.
Yeah, where fruitage was.
Oh, and where the Lord's Prayer,
Yeah.
23rd Psalm,
What page is the 23rd Psalm on?
Isn't it
578.
Yeah, 578.
And 16 is the Lord's Prayer. Oh, with the meaning.
What page is fruitage? 600.
Oh, I just know that. I just call it the testimonials. I don't call it fruitage. Oh, and
And what is fruitage? Remind me what fruitage is?
I don't know.
Let's see how good you know it.
Testimonials
Fruitage.
from people who have had healings from the book.
Wait, fruitage, fruit.
I'm still stuck on a word.
Fruitage is fruit,
What's
right?
the last chapter?
It's the testimonials.
What's it about?
Testimonials.
Yeah. Of people that have read the book without practitioner's help. They just read it and they get healed, right? Okay. I think that's
Do you have
it.
any more questions?